What's going on to you, Leos? You have the Three of Swords, the Two of Swords, and you, Leos, have the Knight of Swords. Someone is brokenhearted, but they don't want to take accountability. Probably that person that you had stopped talking to very recently. And you don't want to be with them, partially because of that. Overall, you don't want to be with them because they're dealing with terrible character. They're awful people. They're awful. Says their character, right? You're dating people based upon their character, who they are, right? Their looks get them in the door, but your character keeps a person. And their character, it stinks. You know what I mean? It stinks because they did something messed up to you. You're trying to get to know them. They played games with you. They messed around and found out. The Three of Swords and the Two of Swords represent how they don't want to take accountability. The Two of Swords represents not taking accountability sometimes, especially in this deck. But this is the scenario that comes up. They're blindfolding themselves. They're not looking. They're not paying attention to why they are having or experiencing this level of discomfort. And then the Knight of Swords represent, and they're like, hey, let's, they're trying to just gloss over it without them actually taking accountability. And you Leos are like, no, they have to take accountability first and foremost if they are going to be with you, right? But that's the catch-22, because you Leos know that they're not actually going to really take accountability, right? They're hyenas. They're not going to be lions or lionesses that take accountability. They're just going to waste their time, and they're going to make it about everything else other than what it actually is supposed to be. And see, the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups is about, wow, the best thing for you Libras to do is to not worry about them and move on with your life like you normally would have. Get to know other people. Don't spend too much time wasting your time on them. Really take the time to enjoy yourself, because all it is that they're going to do is just waste your time. Because a lot of people don't know how to really be in relationships nowadays. A lot of times people don't understand that in order to really be in a real relationship, there must be trust. There must be an opportunity where a person has to be vigilant, right? They cannot control the situation, because that's the scenario. Those people are trying to control the situation because they don't trust who you are to actually do the right thing. Part of it, right? That's part of it. So they have to control you like a robot while making you think that it's your idea that you're doing these things, right? Because that's what's good for a relationship. And to be honest with you, it's dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional. That's what it is. It's dysfunctional. And a lot of you Leos, your value is getting higher while this person's value, especially to you, is getting lower and lower. At this point, you Leos are just, you might as well tell them you don't want to have anything to do with them if you haven't already, because they're not going to do you any better. They're not going to make you more proud. You know what I mean? Like, if a person is doing good for themselves, they will make you as proud as a peacock. You understand what I'm saying? Hopefully YouTube doesn't hit me for saying the animal, but you'll be as proud as that because things aren't constantly raining for you, right? There's sunny skies for the most part. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is that the Lovers now is about how, but that's not what it is that you have experienced with said person that you had stopped talking to, or you want to stop talking to, or you maybe have just told that you don't want to have anything with. And that's why the Lovers came up. The Lovers and the Ten of Cups being back out here into the dating market. Back out here trying to get to know people, trying to find out who is who out here. Because they're not up to par with you. They're not a very good dating option. They're not viable. They don't really bring a whole lot to the table. Not really. They don't really bring a whole lot to the table. And you know this. Specifically them I'm talking about. But again, it's also the idea of you Leos bring so much, right? Why is it that other people, because now it's starting to become a different type of scenario. Now it's you bring so much to the table, how come they don't bring as much to the table, right? And it's not even about, the thing is that, let me be clear about this. It's not about bringing as much to the table for you, right? It's more, I was wrong to say that. It was more to say, it's more in the sense of how come they don't bring what they can bring to the table? How come they don't bring anything that can be that much, but even in a different way? It doesn't necessarily have to be the same way, but it could be a different way, right? Again, why did Prince Charming marry Cinderella? Because Cinderella didn't necessarily need to have money, even though Cinderella does come from money. Prince Charming married Cinderella because Cinderella offered something more than only money. Cinderella just didn't have money and was shallow. Cinderella had substance to her. So all of those things were able to match up for what Prince Charming specifically was looking for, right? And that was the 50-50. Cinderella is accustomed to working. You see what I'm saying? So because of Cinderella's, I guess, evil aunts or something like that. I don't know every last detail, whatever. I'm not sure about every last detail. But the point is, because of her, like her stepmom, something like that. Some figure, some half, half-baked parentage in her life put her to work inside the house. So the point is that she understands work ethic. She understands to not just offer up money. She understands substance. And that was her 50, because Prince Charming was offering the same thing. You dig what I'm saying? So a lot of you Leos are looking for that very same match. It's the person doesn't have to always bring the exact same thing that you are bringing, but the person has to bring something that compensates, that matches your 50, right? This is where, again, we're getting the whole 50-50 thing. And the King of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles, they can't be faking it either. It can't be them, maybe they do have money, but then they're flashing it and then they're shallow. It has to be real. But as far as this person that you had stopped talking to, you're going to go radio silent on them. You don't want to have anything to do with them whatsoever anymore, right? They squandered their opportunity. And then you have the transition card, the unalive card. That's one chapter that you're done with. You tried to get to know this person. It didn't work out because they wasn't bringing a whole lot. And they wanted you Leos to be okay with it. Now you Leos are out here continuing to get to know other people. Let's clarify this Lovers card. Let's clarify that. Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands, Nine of Pentacles. You're offering a whole lot, but other people are reluctant to give, right? You know what I'm saying? They don't really bring a whole lot to the table. That even if they have something, they don't be wanting to bring it because they don't trust you and all of this. So why are they over there hanging out with you? Why are they looking for a date? Why are they looking to date somebody that they're unwilling to bring anything to the table for? And then you have the Six of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. So that isn't very enticing to you. This is why it is that you how do I say this? You Leos are not necessarily such a stickler for one type of person. You're not necessarily looking for a type of person as far as looks is concerned in particular. You will rock with light skin, pale skin, red bone, real dark, chocolate, brown eyes, blue eyes, green eyes, you know, hazel, you know what I'm saying, which is light brown, whatever, you dig, ethnicity wise. A lot of those things like ethnicity and all of that, that's not important to you. What I'm talking about, you're looking for a particular person. I'm talking about you're looking for a particular person who has these inner values as opposed to what they particularly look like. So it's more so a sense of, you know, you Leos want someone that understands the fine art of, hey, if you're gonna be in a relationship, you're gonna have to contribute to it. You know that, right? So let's clarify the unalive card. The Empress, the Judgment, Queen of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, to clarify the unalive card. So look, right? So look, the unalive card or the transition card, I can't say the D word, YouTube, but this is very profound. Scorpio energy, this is very profound. It means that, you know, you're not gonna accumulate as much baggage as you used to. You're not accepting these problems from other people the way that you would have used to 2-3 years ago. You're not, or earlier than that. You're not putting up with it, right? Because you Leos are finally figuring it out that, again, it's a lot of problems to put up with a person who's not going to bring anything. They're not going to care about you. They're only using you, right? They're not going to give you any love. They're not trying to really put skin in the game any way, in any shape, form, or fashion. But at the same time, they want what they want. It's insane, right? They're not going to care about you because you might cheat on them. Yes, there's a chance that anyone might cheat, but at the same time, this is what trust is about, and it's driving them insane, literally, because they can't tell that they're descending deeper and deeper into madness with this ideology. And the thing is that the Ten of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups right here represents how, you know, you're looking for a person, like I said, that understands the fine art of reciprocation. And you Leos have no problem actually going out there and looking for the person at least. Finding the person is a whole other animal, but looking for the person, you're at the very minimum going to try your hand anyway. Because for you Leos, it's better for you to try and never find a person. Hopefully you do find a person, but than to just stay there and accept, because I don't see you Leos doing that. I don't see you Leos sitting there and allowing the person to disrespect you and be on your head and you know, and just be like a helicopter, you know what I mean? Like a helicopter mom or a helicopter father, just be over you constantly. And I see you Leos having way more frustration than that. I see you Leos being like, nah, you're not gonna be, you know, y'all are grown. You're not gonna let somebody tell you what to do, like hey, your pops or your moms or something like that. So it's a very interesting dynamic. You Leos are definitely on the right track because that's what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna say this, right? I don't know if y'all know who the person is or you're familiar with the person, but I was studying at one point, right? Learning higher form science, right? The knowledge that I have. And a person that goes by the name of Phil Valentine, right? From the conscious community, or he was a part of the conscious community, but he did lectures and stuff like this, right? Libra. He was talking about how he was like, you know, when it comes to relationships, he said that the way that people should handle their relationships is that when a person comes to a person in a relationship nagging them, or they come to them with a complaint, they're supposed to solve the problem together. And if the person continues to nag, you give them some time, because it's like, okay, the person wants you to just listen, right? Because they think that you're being inconsiderate because you have to be impartial to it. And because you have to be impartial to it, there's a certain level of dispassion that has to come along with it. And they just want to know that you care. There's nothing wrong with that. But then after a time when you've listened to them and you've let them do what they do, you have to tell them, you have to stop. Because I'm trying to help, I want to help you solve the problem. You just want me to sit here and listen. But I refuse to sit here and listen till you complain about the same problem for days, weeks, months, years, when we can fix the problem. So stop it. Then when the person continues to nag you, you say, listen, stop it or I'm going to leave you. If the person continues to nag, then you leave. You have to actually pick up your bags, pack your bags, and leave. That is protocol. That's how you handle your business. And there's no exception to that. Because the minute that you start thinking to yourselves, you're going to stay, is the worse that cajoling is going to get. The more they're going to troll you, they're going to get worse, because it's a form of mind control. They're trying to see how far they can go. So that is protocol. Stop nagging, otherwise I'm going to abandon you. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you, stop it. And Dr. Phil Valentine said this back in 2006 or 2007, one of those two. And Dr. Phil Valentine was talking about how this is something that people knew in generations when they were practicing things that actually worked. And it's the same thing for you Leos. This is why I'm so proud of y'all, because y'all did what it is that y'all needed to do. This person wouldn't stop nagging, so you have to tell them to stop. And if they continue on, then you have to leave. I used to get joked on for that. People used to laugh at me and talk about how it is that I'm excessive. I'm excessive. I'm brutal. I'm inconsiderate. I'm cruel. When that's not the case. It's just that Dr. Phil Valentine, from watching the video on YouTube, right, put me on. And because he put me on, I realized this is what it is that I needed to do. So when I would do it, do you know how many people I've left? Because I could see where it was going. You come into me with a problem. I listen to what it is that you had to say because I know what to do. And now I'm beginning to, I want to problem solve. I want the two of us to problem solve the issue. And you don't want to do that. So what are you complaining to me about? You're doing it so that you can transfer negative. Stop doing that. Otherwise, I'm going to leave. They don't listen. So I left. I'm proud of you, Leos, because that's what you're supposed to do. Now you cooking with gas. Now you talking about something. So that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 100,000 subs. 14,483 subscribers. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.